All right, good morning, everybody. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. We are here every Saturday at 10:15 to 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time to bring you our live operational training. Today, we've got a lot of things to go over. We've got several students who are in on our training this morning. We've got some guests. So let's go ahead and go over what we have to go over today. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen here in a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and share our screen so you all can see what I see. Select everyone and start sharing. All right, there we go. We are now sharing our screen, and you all can see what I see. And let's go through our roll call this morning. I'm going to say good morning to everybody. We have Mr. German on the phone, Mr. G. Cruz. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. We have Aaron Flipping. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. We have the Miss Deidre Powles. Thank you for joining us. We have the infamous Charles Mundy. Thank you for joining us this morning. We have a couple of anonymous, a couple of wireless callers from the 706 area code. We have Miss Bracken on the line today. Good morning, Miss Bracken. Mr. James Nelson. Good morning, Mr. Nelson. Mr. Lanier Thomas. Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. We have owner-operator dispatch247.com. I think that's Vern. Isn't that not Bernard? I think that's who that is. And we have Tony. I think that's Tony Wash. All right. More people are going to be joining in, but that's what we have on so far this morning. I want to say good morning to everyone. I want to thank everybody for their messages of concern for me and my family during Hurricane Michael. We took a real bad hit. Charles says he has no sound. Hold up. Does anyone else? Can anyone else not hear me? Does everyone else hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay.
I can hear you.
All right. Charles, I don't know what's going on, but let me answer Charles here. Everyone else can hear me just fine. Let me send Charles a message here. Charles, check your mic. All right, but everyone else can hear me just fine, Charles. I don't know what's going on with your system over there, Charles. But everyone else can hear me just fine. Let me check Charles out real quick. Let me test his mic real quick. Something's going on with his system. It's not allowing me to unmute him. That's what it is. I don't know what's going on with Charles's mic, but Charles, I don't know what's going on. You may want to log out, log back in. I don't know what's going on with that, but anyway, you may want to log out, log back in. Let me try this. All right, Charles, can you hear me? Okay, I think Charles has his own mic muted he has his own mic muted, so that's why he can't hear me. I don't know what's going on with that. All right, but anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Again, I want to thank everybody for all of their well wishes and their concerns. As far as Tallahassee is concerned, we are pretty much back up and running as normal. We got power back to our place here. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. And then just less than 1% of the utility population here in Tallahassee that doesn't have power still. But for the most part, everything is back up and running where it should be. Our broadcast studio is completely down. It took a real bad hit, but they were in the process of renovating it anyway, so it kind of worked out. So I just was down and taking a look at it. They've got everything completely stripped out of it. They're going to be remodeling it and redesigning it, so it's going to be even bigger and better than it was before. Areas around us is still without power. My mom's place won't have power for another month and a half, almost 2 months. So bear with us as we're trying to get things done here. So then I know things were running kind of slow last week. I understand that. I know a lot of people were trying to get in touch with me personally and contact me with questions and things. I understand that too, but I need you all to understand that we were we were in kind of dire straits here, so we had to kind of take care of getting our families back on track and with recovery and things like that. None of the interns were on because most of them had left Tallahassee and didn't get back until this week. But we appreciate you all's patience. We appreciate the time you all put into helping each other out on our chat group. I appreciate each and every one of you in helping each other out and finding the answers that you all needed. Now, with that, let's go ahead and get started with our training. All right, I need everybody to go ahead and log on to mydispatcher.org. That is our site. Is mydispatcher.org. For those of you who are not members, you can come in and join us at mydispatcher.org if you're on with us. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here today. Now, today we're going to go over a new load board that we have, and we're going to go over how to find carriers, because there's been a lot of questions that I noticed that people were asking in the back office site. Okay, I'm sorry, in the chat group. Matter of fact, let's go over to that chat group. Let's go over to our not the chat group. Let's go over to our page. This is our Facebook page. You go to Facebook, and those of you who want to connect with us on Facebook, this is our Facebook page, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. We put a lot of stuff on this page. People ask questions on this page and things like that, and we have a lot of great information on this page. Okay, so someone asked, Donald Mitchell made a statement, so you are either booking, someone was, I guess he was asking me a question, because I post my personal earnings every month to show everyone how, I wouldn't say easy this is, but how lucrative it can be when you do it the right way. And it's not really that hard when you simplify it. I mean, I want to make sure everybody understands something. Booking freight in the way that we do it. And we got to go ahead and log into our back office area here. Booking freight in the way that we do it. Log into our back office area here. Dispatcher tools and resources. Here we go. Booking freight in the way that we do it is not hard. It is simple. Some of you make it hard. And I know you are probably saying, well, Calvin, you don't understand. I understand. I mean, I didn't come into this knowing how to book freight. Okay? So trust me, I understand. And I didn't have the benefit of having access to the tools and resources that we afford you all. I didn't have the benefit of having a large network to help me understand things. I didn't have the benefit of having someone provide for me all of the things that we provide for you all to be successful. I didn't have that benefit. I had to do this from scratch, from just nothing, not knowing anything, not having any real, no connections, no network. So I had to do everything from scratch. So trust me when I tell you I understand when you tell me you're frustrated, when you tell me it's difficult trying to find carriers, it's difficult trying to get carriers to sign up with you. It is if you are not following the format. It is if you're not following the platform. Okay, and what I mean by that is this. A lot of you are still concentrated on things that does not have anything to do with you booking freight or making money. I know it sounds great, you know, lane rates and splinter vans and all this other stuff you're talking about. Yeah, that doesn't really help you make money. Okay? Going to the basics, because remember, all this is you signing up a carrier, which means you got to pitch a carrier. Okay, so let's go over our back office tools and resources. Okay, we have our tools and resources here. If you notice, when you hover over each one of our tools and resources, it tells you what that particular thing is. Free auto transport directory. Okay, that is the search freight brokers. This is the search 19 million shippers. This is the cover page, tools and resources. Okay, if you scroll down here, you got the other ones is forms and agreements. There's your auto dealer your script for your auto dealers. There's the one for your general shipper's freight script. There's I think that's your workflow of dispatching. Tells you how to get a load from book to getting paid on it. And this is our script. How much money do you need to move your truck? Now let's click on that for a second. Let's click on this and go over this particular one. How much money do you need to move your truck? Okay, let's open it up. All right, this is our script. All right, I need you all to learn this script. I know I say this every week, but I need you all to learn this script. Don't just pull it up and read it. Don't just somewhat learn it. And what I mean by learn it is, I mean learn all the aspects of this script. Because no matter, look, this script is designed to cover any objection that may come up. Now, no, you're not going to see a printout of the objections or what to say in all the objections. But if you learn the script, if you learn the script, anything that comes up objection-wise, if you just think outside the box, use common sense a little bit, and apply the script to the question that apply the script to the objections, you will find that no matter what the objection is, it's covered. And let's do some role playing here. I need someone who is going, here again, we're going to do some role playing. I need someone who wants to role play with me this morning. I want you to be very, very tough on your objections, and I'm going to show you how this script will, you can find an answer in this script for every objection. Okay? So who wants to do some role playing? Somebody please volunteer. Don't be afraid. Hello? Is anybody out there wants to role play today? Let's give it a minute for somebody to muster up the courage to come on and be a role player. No one wants to role play today? Hold on, I'm going to pick someone at random now. All right, so who wants to role play? Nobody wants to role play. All y'all here today, and nobody has nothing to say. Now. Okay. and who is this?
Tiki Wyatt, 706.
Right. Miss Wyatt, how you doing? All right, I'm gonna mute everybody. And do you know how to unmute yourself?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna mute everybody back, and then you can unmute yourself, and then we can do this role playing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Miss Wyatt, go ahead and unmute yourself so we can go ahead and do this role playing. And what I want you to do is you're going to be a carrier. I'm going to be calling you up, and I need you to, kind of listen to the script, but at the same time, I want you to be difficult. I want you to give me some objections that you normally hear, or some objections that people normally say, or just come up with objections off the top of your head or whatever the case may be. And I'm going to show you all how the script can handle that. Okay? All right? Are you ready? Ms. Wyatt, are you ready? I thought she said she knew how to unmute herself. One moment, let me find her. Ms. Wyatt, where you at? What is your, I don't see you on here. What is your email address or your number? Okay, I'm going to have to unmute her again. Let me see here. Ms. Wyatt.
Can you hear me now? Yes.
I hear you when I unmuted you. Do you know how to unmute yourself?
I'm on my cell phone, and it's unmuted.
Okay. What's your number?
706-536-1258.
All right. I gotcha. Now I'm going to mute everyone, and then I'm going to unmute you. All right, there we go. Got you back now. All right, let's go ahead and start our role play. I'm going to call you up. You're going to be a carrier, and you're going to give me a whole bunch of objections as to why you don't think this will work, or as to why you don't. Just what are the objections you've been hearing, and objection that you kind of seen on the chat group and things like that. I'm going to show y'all how this script can handle just about any objection. 99% of all objections can be handled. The only one that I can't handle is I'm not driving anymore. That's the only one I can't really handle. The only one that I can think of. All right, let's go over this. All right, ring, ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing great. Look, the reason why I'm calling today, my name is Calvin Butler, and I'm with the National Network of Dispatchers. And the reason why I'm calling today because we noticed that you have a truck that's outside of Mobile, Alabama, and it says that you're ready for a load. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, great. Let me ask you a question. How much money do you need to move your truck?
At least $2.50.
Okay, you need $2.50 per mile. Is that for loads that's going to run more than 500 miles or less than 500 miles?
More than 5.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking is this, because like I said, my name is Calvin Butler. I'm with the National Network of Dispatchers. We're the largest network of independent dispatchers in the country, about 1,100 dispatchers strong and growing. And we all work together in helping carriers to find the kind of freight that they want, paying the kind of money that they need to get paid. So in other words, if I call you up or if you call me, if you tell me you need $2.50 per mile, for your loads that's going over 500 miles, then that's all I'm going to look for. If you tell me if for loads that's going less than 500 miles, you need $3.10 per mile, guess what? That's all I'm going to look for. If you tell me you want loads that keeps you out of the mountains because you don't like going up in the mountains, I'm only going to look for loads on the bottom half of the United States. And if you tell me you want loads that weighs no more than 35,000 pounds, I'm not going to look for loads that's weighing 39,000 pounds when I know you don't want loads that's weighing more than 35,000 pounds. I'm only going to look for those types of loads. So in other words, when you see my number on your caller ID, you're going to know I got the kind of loads you want, going to the places you want to go, and paying the kind of money you want to get paid. How does that sound to you?
Okay. It sounds good, but my thing is when I'm out here driving, I have to wait so long before a dispatcher calls me for a load. How do I know it's not going to take you forever to give me a load also?
Now, that's a good objection. All right, now let me show y'all how this works. Remember I said to her, right, when I call you, I got the kind of loads you want, going to the places you want to go, paying the kind of money you want to get paid. I'm not going to have to search for a load when I call her. Ma'am, I understand you, and that's a real problem. I do understand, but our platform solves that problem from the get-go. Why? Because we're not randomly calling you. That's why I'm calling you now to set things up with you, so that in the future, the next time I call you, because you're going to tell me what kind of loads you want, I'm going to send you my dispatch agreement. By the way, my dispatch agreement calls for you to pay me 10% of the load fee when I find you the kind of loads that you want and the kind of money you want to get paid. I'm also going to send you
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
I need to know how long you've been doing this, because the off season, December, January, I try to look for loads, and it's very difficult to find loads in the winter months. So can you help me around that time?
I understand. And I can appreciate your enthusiasm, but let me answer your first question first, okay? Because I'm pretty sure you want to answer that, right? All right, back to your question when you asked me about having the kind of loads you want and not having to wait. Because like I said, this is for us to set up. Once we get set up, I'm going to send you a profile sheet. You're going to tell me what type of loads you want. The only time I'm going to call you is to ask you where you're at. That's it. I may just send you a text with, WYA, where you at. That's it. And then you respond back and tell me you're in Dallas, Texas. Next time you hear from me, it's going to be about 5 to 10 minutes later, and I'm going to have you 3 to 4 loads that match what you told me you wanted. If you want a load that's paying more than $2.50 per mile, going more than 500 miles, and keeping you out of the mountains, I'm going to call you with 3 to 4 loads that has that. Loads that's paying more than $2.50 per mile, going more than 500 miles, and keeping you out of the mountains. So there's no need for me to call and say, hey, I think I can get you this load, or let me see if I can find your load. I'm only going to call you. Only time you're going to see my phone ring is when I got loads for you that you want, because you've already told me what you want. Okay, so that's the answer to that question. Your other question, I'm beginning with how long and have I been doing this? It doesn't matter. The reason why? Because we are a network of 1,100 plus independent dispatch firms. We have an entire army of dispatchers that is here to back me up. If I was born yesterday and just learned how to talk but knew how to get on the computer and find you loads, guess what? I'm not the only person that I'm going to be using to help you find the kind of loads you want. If I run into a problem, let's just say I'm brand new and don't know what I'm doing at all. But I've got 1,100 other dispatch firms that are part of our network. You think that somebody in that network of dispatch firms knows what they're doing? I think so. So what's going to happen is, if I run into a problem, why? Because I have access to more loads than anybody else in the industry. We have access to over 100 load boards. That's what we have access to. I have access to 1,100 dispatchers who have their own private access to load board shippers, loads of that kind. So if I run into a problem in finding your load, I'm going to go to my network. Say, hey, I got a carrier who's stuck down in Alabama. He needs a load that's leaving out of there on Monday and needs to be paying at least $2.75 per mile, and it does not want to go in the mountains. Guess what? When I put that out there, everybody who is in our back office site or everyone who is on our chat group, they're going to start helping me to find that load. Why? Because our network pays them to help me find that load, and it doesn't cost you any more money.
Oh, okay. It sounds interesting. But again, my last question was, in the winter months, will you be able to get me loads and backhauls?
And what was that question again?
In the winter months.
In the winter months?
Slow, yes, will you be able to get me loads? Because that's when I have the most difficult finding loads in the winter.
Look, if I can't find your loads, I'm not going to call you.
Sounds good.
Remember, exactly. Remember, I'm not here to try and replace anybody. I'm not here to try and, say that I'm going to be wasting your time. The only time I'm going to call you is when I got loads for you. Okay, and when I got loads that match what you want. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now,
so what do I have to do from here?
Hey, from here, I'm going to go ahead and forward you my dispatch agreement. I need you to read it, sign it, get it back to me. Also, along with that, I'm going to send you a profile sheet. Tell me how you want to run. Tell me, I want loads going over 500 miles. I need them to pay this much money cents per mile. Loads is going less than 500 miles. I need them paying this much cents per mile. I don't want to go up in the mountains, or I do want to run the mountains, or I don't care. Just run me anywhere, or keep me within certain areas. Tell me how you want to run. I don't want loads that weighs more than such and such. I have a reefer, dry van, flatbed, so on and so on. Okay? So I'm going to send it over to you. I need you to sign that, get it back to me, and then I'll go ahead and start looking for your load today. Matter of fact, where you at right now?
Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile, Alabama. One of my favorite places. A lot of loads running out of Mobile, Alabama. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and get this ready for you. I'm going to send it over to you. In the meantime, I'm going to start searching for some loads that's leaving out of Mobile, Alabama. You want to leave on Monday, right? Because today's Saturday. Ain't nobody probably doing anything today, right?
Yes, Monday will be fine.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and start looking for some loads leaving out of Mobile, Alabama on Monday.
Okay, and you said that I'm going to have to give you 10% of the load, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to shoot this over to you. Make sure you sign it and get it back to me, and we'll go ahead and get you on your way.
Okay, it sounds good. I'll try it out.
All right. Now, everybody see how your script, if you fall back on your script, if you learn the script, but you got to learn the script, okay? You can't call someone and pitch them the script by reading it. You can't email them a script, and because if you email them a script, they're going to have objections. How are you going to answer their objections? Okay, I understand that people are saying it's difficult to get people to sign up with them. I beg the difference. I don't have a problem getting carriers to sign up. None whatsoever. If I call 10 carriers, I'm signing up 7 of them. You all have witnessed me do so here on live. You can go back and look at several of our videos where we made live phone calls to carriers, and I talked to them. Some of them were difficult, but guess what? They signed up. Why? Because I know the script. And that's first things first. You got to learn this script inside out, upside down, backwards and forwards. If you don't learn this script, you're not going to be successful. This is the start of everything. This is the starting line. Point A. This is where everything gets. Your script is the launch pad, and you all have got to take the time to learn that script. Remember, this is your business. Treat it as such. This is your livelihood. Treat it as such. If you don't think this will earn you money, I don't know what to tell you, because as you can see here, this earns money every single month. Every single month, it earns money. There's not a month that goes by that it doesn't earn money. Now, I'm not talking about some little chunk change. I'm talking about decent, good money. Six-figure income. And you can do it if you learn the script. If you don't learn the script, you're not going to be successful at this. So don't think you can just come into this platform and just do what you want to do or do it how you want to do it and think it's going to be successful. You might be successful. Yeah. There's a chance you might have got a better way. Okay, but why reinvent the wheel? Okay? Why reinvent the wheel? Now, if you want to innovate the wheel, yeah, by all means, that's great. Go and innovate the wheel. But don't try to reinvent the wheel. I think our live calls were somewhere around video number 17 through 19, and then we've got a couple of live calls around 25, and we got another one around 30 to 31 to 35. So if you look at those videos, you'll run across our live calls. We did a lot of live calls. We just called carriers up. We did a bunch of them early on when we were with when we were with 123 Load Board. So if you can go back to some of our videos back to when we were with 123 Load Board, we were doing live calls just about every other week. So go back and check those out. Okay, if you want to look at some of our live calls and see how we did on that. But learning this script is paramount. It's paramount. Okay, you just got to learn it. Okay, I don't know I don't know anything else to tell you except that you got to learn it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, so don't think that you can do this and not learn the script. You can't. I'm trying to get out of this here real quick. You can't wing this. Okay, winging this is not going to get it. It really isn't. Take the time to learn the script. Take the time to learn the script. Okay. Another thing you got to take the time to learn as well is your dispatch agreement. Let's pull that up real quick. We're here in our agreements, forms, and documents area. Make sure you learn your dispatch agreement. Why? Because this is what makes you legal. Okay. This dispatch agreement not only is what makes you legal, but it will help you to handle objections also too. Okay. When you learn the script, and then you learn the dispatch agreement, they work in conjunction with each other to help you overcome objections. Because you got some of these smart Alex that's out there, and they'll ask you all about your dispatch agreement. Well, 10% that sounds awfully high to me. How do I know? Why should I pay you 10%? My question is, why should you not pay me 10% if I'm finding you the loads that pay you the kind of money you want to get paid? All right? If you got a dispatcher who's finding you loads that is paying $1.75 per mile, and they're charging you 3%, and I find you loads that's paying $2.75 a mile, I'm charging you 10%. Who's better? Come on, really? That's a no-brainer. Okay, learn your dispatch agreement, because sometimes they ask you questions about, well, who am I paying? Well, they're paying you. Okay. Oh well, how do I get paid? Well, we pay you by we send you an electronic invoice by email and by text. It tells you right here. Okay? Please provide your SMS, cell phone, text number here, blank, your email address here. All right? It tells you here payments are to be conveniently paid with a debit or credit card via text or email invoice app, processed by the RBBS LLC invoicing processing center. Okay, that's what it tells you. Okay, so make sure you learn this dispatch agreement also too. Okay, learn your dispatch agreement, learn your script. Learn your dispatch agreement, learn your script. Okay? All right. Any questions on the script or the dispatch agreement? Any questions whatsoever? Does anybody have questions on the script or the dispatch agreement?
Mr. Calvin, I do.
Okay, let's go ahead. And who am I speaking
Right
with?
underneath, this is Lanier Thomas.
Wait, Ms. Thomas, how you doing?
I'm okay. Down underneath where the last highlighted line about the text about your SMS phone number,
Okay,
you mentioned that we'll go through the contract with the fine-tooth comb. Can you tell me how I would address any questions in reference to the cancellation down underneath where it talks about the 7 days and so forth?
okay, I only caught bits and pieces because you were breaking up. You were saying about addressing something about cancellations. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, go over that again because I really didn't catch all of it. I really didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was asked, can you hear me now better?
Yes, I can hear you better now.
Okay. My question was in reference to the last highlighted, underneath the last highlighted line.
Okay.
Where we're talking about addressing the cancellations, because you mentioned that sometimes people go through the contracts with fine-tooth combs. Mm-hmm. How would you suggest that we discuss or explain the 7-day cancellation that's underneath there?
You just lay it out to them just what it is. Either party has the right to end this agreement without cause at any time with 7 days. Okay? 7 days notice by written request. Upon cancellation, any unused funds.
That's the part I'm talking about, the unused funds.
Any unused funds remaining in the deposit account. All right. Let's say someone says, okay, you know what? I'm doing pretty good now. I don't want to use your services anymore. I want to cancel. But let's say if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you pre-booked them for the week. You see what I'm saying? You've pre-booked them for the week.
Okay.
And they've already signed and sent back their what?
Their agreement and their preference.
Not only that, they've already, because you sent them what? The confirmation rate sheets already. They signed those already, right?
Okay.
So the broker and the carrier are going to go ahead and run those loads, right?
Right.
So they still owe you money, right?
Okay, I got you.
Okay, so that's why I said any unused funds. Now, if there was unused funds on the other side that you owe them money, let's say you had several of their loads to fund already, and they say, I want to cancel, but you haven't transferred those funds over, or I'm sorry, let's say that, well, you wouldn't have any unused funds for them because you don't pay them. The broker pays them, okay? But that's basically there to protect you. That's basically there to protect you in case you have to sue someone, in case you have to file litigation against someone. You have their signature, right? Their printed name, and everything you need to take to court and get a ruling in your favor. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Great question, by the way. Thank you for asking. All right. Are there any other questions on the dispatch agreement or the script and how to handle objections? If you learn the script, trust me, you won't have any problems handling objections. You'll be able to fire back at them as quick as they can fire them at you. And I guarantee you're going to wear them down. Because they can only come up with so many objections. And when you cover them all, they got nothing left but, okay. You understand what I'm saying? They've done all that, and then when you come back at them, blam, 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 all they're left with is, okay. That's it. The only objection you won't be able to handle is, hey man, I apologize. I don't drive trucks no more. I quit yesterday. I'm done. That's it. That's the only objection you can't overcome. I don't drive trucks no more. I'm not in the business no more. That's it. Okay? Other than that, there really is no objection that you can't handle. That's why I don't have a problem with signing up carriers. Now, was I able to automatically just start signing up carriers like that. No, it took me a while to develop the skill and the tact to deliver that dispatch agreement and to deliver that pitch. Okay, it took me a while to come up with that pitch. So trust me when I say I understand. Remember, I didn't get 317 carriers just by, you know, osmosis. It didn't just happen. Okay, it didn't just happen. Trust me on that. That's from about a period of over a year and a half, almost 2 years. Okay, and that was from hard work. When I first started this, I was living in a storage unit, running my business 24/7, and that is no lie. You can go back and look at some of the early videos, and you'll see where I was in a storage unit. That's where I was, in a storage unit. Okay, but over time, I was able to perfect my pitch and make it to the point to where 7 out of 10 carriers I called, they were signing up. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you this: when you first contact carriers, you're probably going to get about 30% of those carriers you contact to sign up on your first pitch at them. Okay, your follow-up pitch is what gets the other 50% or 40% or whatever it could be to make it 70%, make it 7 out of 10. Because people get caught up in doing stuff. It's not that they don't intend to send the dispatch agreement back. They get caught up and then they forget stuff. Or they get caught up and they get preoccupied with other things. Okay. Deidre says that in video 40 or 41 also has the live calls in it too. And I think you're right, Deidre. Charles Money, I don't know if you got your mic back up. Got your thing back up to where you can hear us. I hope you did. I don't know what was going on with your system, but everyone else can hear me just fine. We hope you did get back on with us. But yeah. So with everyone, you know, when you tell me that, you know, I'm having problems getting carriers to sign up, that kind of falls on deaf ears with me because that tells me one thing, that you haven't learned your pitch. That's what that tells me. That tells me you have not perfected your pitch. Okay, I know a lot of you are eager to go. You get this platform, you want to jump right in. Okay, but you don't even know how to swim yet. So why are you jumping into the deep end of the pool and you can't swim? Okay, take some time to learn how to swim. Learn your pitch. Learn your pitch. Okay, because if you don't learn your pitch, you're going to go through a bunch of carriers, and then you're going to get frustrated, and then you're going to say, oh, well, this is not working for me. I can't make this work. I can't, you know, get nobody to sign up. Everybody's telling me this. Everybody's telling me. Well, what are you telling them? Don't tell me what they're telling you. Tell me what you're telling them. And if you learn your pitch, you'll know exactly what to tell them, and you won't have this problem. You really won't. Okay? All right. Moving on. Oh, by the way, we've got a new load board thanks to Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore is on the ball. Mr. Moore has given us a new load board, and I do have to tell y'all, this is a great load board. We're going to go over it here real quick. This load board that we're about to go over, let's find it here, and there it is. How many of you have heard of Lane Honey? Okay, that's our new load board. It's in our load board section here. We're going to go to it. We're going to go ahead and click on our Lane Honey here and get it pulled up. There it's coming up right now. There's the Lane Honey. And as y'all know, Mr. Kenyon Moore, this load board is brought to us by Mr. Moore, which means Mr. Moore gets 2.5% of your load fee, okay, of your dispatch fee, of the load fee when you book freight from this load board. That's how our operation works. If you want to bring us new load boards that we don't have access to, if you want to present to us load boards that we don't have access to, that you get access to, and those load boards would allow multiple people to log on or anything like that, then great. Send them over to us. We'll review them. Once we look at them and they check out and they pass our criteria, we will add them to the back office site, and that will be your load board in the back office site. So anyone who uses this load board to find loads, when they invoice us, the thing that we ask them is, where did you get the load from? Which load board did you get the load from? Oh, I got that load board from Keenan's load board. I got that load board from Charles Monday over at Exodus Logistics. I got that load from Miss Henry. or whatever the case may be. Because when that happens, remember, you're getting 10% of the load fee if you're on the subscription. Now, if you're not on the subscription, you're only getting 5% of the load fee. We get 5% of the load fee. And then we compensate the person whose load board you use, or we compensate the person who helped you find that load, half of our cut, which is 2.5%. Now, if you're on the 100% commission plan where you're paying a subscription of $19.95 per month, and you're getting your full 10%, when you use someone else's load board, or when you use someone else's help to find your load, someone else gives you a load, you're going to be paying them 2.5%. We take that out before we send you your the remainder of your 10%. So if you found your load on Mr. Keenan's load board or someone else's load board, or if you got your load from one of our other members, you're going to get your 7.5%, I think. Yeah, so they're going to get 2.5%. So you get 7.5% of the load fee, and they get 2.5% of the load fee. Now, if you find a load on your own from your own load board using your own means or whatever this and that, then guess what? You're going to get your full 10%. Okay? That's how that works. But let's go over this new load board. I like this new load board. I don't know about y'all, but I like it. Here's the reason why. This load board is, from what I understand, is more of a direct type of lane load board. Okay? You all notice here that some of the rates here are high. They are high. Because what this load board seems to do, it goes in and it targets the high paying freight. Okay? So let's do some things here. Somebody give me where they want to find a load at. Somebody who's got somebody out there got a carrier that needs a load out of somewhere. Y'all talk to me. I'm gonna let y'all direct me as to what we put in into the search criteria today. I'm not gonna pick it because I want y'all to think I'm just cherry picking. so somebody talk to me. Tell me. Let's see here. Let's go back to our what's call it. I'm having a problem. Some of the people block me. Kimberly, he said some of the people block you. What are you saying to them? Are you pissing people off that bad that they're blocking you? I wouldn't worry too much about it. They were never gonna be your clients anyway.
No, I don't make them mad. They, like I told you before, they sign on with me, and it's like ongoing. They sign on with me. They're like, oh yeah, send it. And the next thing you know, I try to call back like, hey, where's the papers? And I'm not getting through. I'm either going straight to voicemail or
Are you sending them? Have you tried sending them examples of the loads you have?
No.
Okay, all right. Look, nothing convinces people more than dollar signs. Okay, so take for instance, if you got some of here's what I would do. I would basically I would come here like to Lane Honey. If you know where that carrier is, if he's out of Atlanta, if he's out of Dallas, if he's out of Memphis, if he's out of whatever the case would be, I would come here and I would take some of these quotes here. These are just what's called. All right, 392 miles, Atlanta, Georgia, U.S., Memphis, Tennessee. 392 miles, $1,636. $4.17. That's your rate per mile. That's good money, right? Then you got another one out of here, Atlanta, Georgia, USA area, radius 100 miles, high demand, 717 posted loads. We've already filled 415 of them. Okay? So, use some of this stuff. Send it over to them. Just give them some numbers. And then I guarantee you can probably get about 60 to 70% of those carriers calling you back. Hey, what's this I see you got loads leaving out of Atlanta, paying such loads leaving out of Dallas. Oh yeah, we do got those loads. Like I said, that's what I do for a living, man. I find high paying freight. You want to give me that dispatch agreement back? You see how that works? Sometimes that follow-up call, or sometimes if they're being difficult like that, when you have time, just kind of put together Remember, you all gotta learn to think outside of the box. Okay, you gotta learn to think outside of the box. You can't just I'm gonna follow the straight narrow line and I'm gonna do like a soldier and walk in line. I'm gonna do this, but you gotta think outside the box. You gotta learn to think outside the box. We provide you with tools and resources, but it's up to you all to start thinking outside the box, applying those tools and resources in a way that's going to benefit you. Okay, this is just one example of that. I love this new load board, Lane Hunter. Mr. Moore, you did a great job in coming up with this one. Okay, now, but hopefully I was able to help you to gain a new perspective on what you can do to try and convince some of those carriers who are being hard-headed to give you a real shot and not just verbalize it, but give you an actual real shot. Okay? So hopefully that helped. Deidre Powell said, is there some kind of advance we can provide carriers once a load is booked? It is not up to you to provide carriers any type of advance. Why? Because you don't pay carriers. If there's an advance that is to be provided, you need to ask the broker about that. That's between the broker and the carrier. That has nothing to do with you. You're falling outside of your scope of what you can legally do. Remember, you are a dispatcher. Now, if you are a broker, and that is your load that you have under contract with the shipper, then you can make that type of determination. You can get with your own factoring company and have your factoring company to pay them some type of what they call advance pay. Some factoring companies offer advance pay, 40%, even up to 50% advance pay, but it does cost them money to do that. Okay, so but advance pay is not something you do. That's outside of your scope anyway. If you have a carrier that asks you about advance pay, they say that is up to each individual broker that we get loads from. Okay, so when we find your load, we can ask the broker at that time, do he have any type of advance pay? I'll be more than happy to ask that for you, but that's not something that I do because I am a dispatcher. That falls outside of my legal scope. Okay? All right. Because remember, you don't pay brokers, you don't pay carriers. Carriers pay you. You don't pay carriers. Carriers pay you. Okay? All right. Thank you, DJ. I really appreciate that question. Good question. Good question. Good question. All right. Somebody give me a pickup point for a load. Come on now, talk to me. Let's take this new load board for a spin. You got people waiting to see how this thing works. Somebody talk to me. Y'all don't start talking. I'm gonna start singing.
California.
Okay, California. Any particular city in California, or just Cali altogether?
Just Cali.
Let's go to California. California love. Okay, we're not gonna get into that. Get into some Tupac about California here. Destination just anywhere?
Yes.
All right, let's try drive-in, flatbeds, and reefers.
How about destination to Dallas, to Texas?
Okay, let's do Dallas. There we go. Now we're talking. We got somebody that want to know some stuff. All right, what you want? You want drive-in, flatbed, or reefer?
Reefer.
Let's try reefer. All right. Hold up. Did I do something wrong here? I think I did something wrong. Give me a second. I think I did something wrong. My bad, y'all. Let's see here. Okay, lanes, loads. All right, we need loads. I was in the lanes. I'm sorry, my bad. I was in lanes. Let's go to loads. All right, California. Okay, and then what? You said reefer, right? Reefer, 100-mile radius. Reefer. Okay, it doesn't have this destination for that. But let's try this right here. Hold on here. Let's find the loads. All right. Let's see here. Let's do some destinations. You said Dallas?
Yes, Dallas.
Okay. I'm trying to find a way to do the exact search for Dallas. I may have to go back to the lanes or if I did something wrong here. All right. Dum, 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 dum. Don't look like I see it. There's one of 300 and something, so we got quite a few more to go. I'm trying to see if I can pinpoint the exact destination. It gives me a radius on the origin, and then it comes down here and tells me where it's going and what it's paying. Like here, it's saying that on, let's get with the rates, pickup date, rate per mile. Yeah, that's a lot of money, rate per mile. Y'all see that? Here's a load that's paying $80.40 per mile. How many miles is this thing going? Destination, Brooklyn, New York. From California to New York. That can't be right. Broker gets $884. Rate per mile, $80.40. Full ratio weight. Oh, it's only going 11 miles. Okay, my bad. That was a different. How did I get to that? Hold on here. I'm on something totally different. Let's go California. Reefers. Search. Oh, that's going to California, it looks like. No, that's origin. I put in origin. I don't know why it's giving me this. Alright. Am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something wrong? Because I'm seeing origin, Texas. But I put it in California, right?
Can you be Mr. Calvin because you're not putting a city, you're just putting the state? Because everything else on the origin is asking for a city and state.
Yeah, that might be it. Let's try putting in something other than just California. Let's try putting in Burbank. Let's try Burbank. See what happens. Let's try 100-mile radius. Let's try reefer. There we go. Now that's what we got. All right, Burbank, California. Okay. All right. Burbank, California to these are Cali to Cali. I'm trying to find something Cali to Texas. Let's try lanes. Shipping from Burbank, California, shipping to Dallas, Texas. Let's try looking up the lanes. And let's try reefers. What we got? Alright. Add a lane. Here it is right here. Alright. Alright. Burbank, California, USA to Dallas, Texas. Alright. It says here that it has, here's one for 1,447 miles. Shipper's price, $3,639. Rate per mile, $2.51. There's another one. There's a 644 posts from Burbank, USA area, radius 100 miles. They filled 390 of them. Top lanes, Burbank. The top lanes are from Bloomington, California, and Fontana, California. Antonio, Colorado, to Houston, Texas. Give me some other. So this is all within a 100-mile radius. Then it's telling you about the Atlanta lanes and things of that nature. Let's see if I can. It's kind of going through them, but in today's hot lanes, it gives you the hot lanes. But that's how you. I guess this is how you're gonna look for the lanes, and then once you find your lane, like this right here, I'm trying to see if there's something we can click on here. It looks like once you found your lanes, then you have to go in and pretty much look for those loads, because it's telling you right here that from Burbank, California to Dallas, Texas, this is what they've got going, and this is what they got leaving out of the Burbank area. Okay, they've got 644 posts leaving out of Burbank, and 390 of them have been filled. So I guess from there you go from You to the loads, and you put in Burbank. Now, if y'all notice, this is a new load board that we're trying out. So this y'all are seeing it us operated live for the first time. Okay, radius miles 100. Well, let's just see with Burbank. Let's just say 50 miles. Let's stick to Burbank. Okay. It doesn't look like there's a way for us to put in a destination on the loads itself. So I'm not seeing where you can go to where it says load. You can pull up the lanes, then it tell you what the lanes are paying. And they give you a specific example of one load that's running out of that lane if you're going from there to there. But then you got to go and find those loads in the load area. You put in, just like Burbank, California, and you put in whatever you're looking for, reefers, dry vans or whatever, and you find the loads, and then it tells you to California, Commerce, California. Try to find that one that's, say, going to Texas. Let's try this. Let's try change destination thing. All right, Virginia, Stockton, Utah. It looks like you just got to go through them. Utah, Nevada, Arizona, Kentucky, New York, Los Angeles, New York, Utah, Tennessee. There's one going to Houston, Texas. That's a drive-in though, and that's paying $2.03 per mile, paying $3,073, and it's 1,516 miles. What else they got going to Texas? There we go. Nevada and Dallas, Texas. There's a drive-in going to Dallas, Texas, 1,452 miles, $2,969, $2.05 per mile. What else they got here? Atlanta, Georgia. That's about it. As far as what I'm able to find for that would accommodate a reefer in 50-mile radius. If we go out to 100-mile radius, you get more of a criteria search out of Burbank. Okay. But all in all, I like this load board. It's gonna take some getting used to learning how to operate it. But I do like this load board. Why? Because now I'm gonna tell you why I like this load board. Here's the reason why I like this load board. If you've got a carrier who is stuck somewhere, or you got a carrier that's somewhere and you want to find them the highest paying freight leaving out of that area, I'm always a fan of load boards where I can see the money. If you got a load board and you're not showing me what it's paying, then that load board is useless to me. I mean, that's just my opinion of it. Because you have a lot of load boards that show you loads, but they don't show you what they're paying. What's the point of the load board? If I got to call every broker to find out what that load is paying, if this on your load board, that load board is absolutely useless to me. And I have no use for it because it's a waste of my time. Because in this business, time is money. As one of our callers just said, carriers want to know how long do I have to wait for you to give me a load. So time is money in this business. So if you got a load board that does not show you the money, show me the money. If it doesn't do that, then drop it. Don't use it. Because I don't. Because that's just, now if it's showing me other stuff to find carriers or whatnot, yeah, I'll use it for that. But as far as, operational I'm concerned, I'm not going to use it if it's not showing me the money. And that's one of the reasons why I like this load board. Let's pick something here. Let's pick someone that's hard to get loads out of. And let's say Miami, Florida. Let's go with Miami, Florida. Everybody knows it's hard getting loads out of Miami, Florida. And we're going to look for all of them, dry van, flatbed, and reefers. Let's see what they got that leaves out of Miami, Florida. See what they can do for us here. Here's some stuff that's leaving out of Fort Lauderdale, which is close down there by me. Here's Belglade. It looks like some pretty good stuff. $2.61 per mile from flatbed leaving out of Fort Lauderdale going to Atlanta, Georgia. That gets you out of Florida. So if you got carriers who are stuck in Florida, if you listen to me, if you got carriers who are stuck in Florida, and Florida is notorious for getting people down there, they can't get out. This load board, from the looks of things, looks like they've got a pretty good selection of loads that leaves out of deep South Florida. Okay? Question, anybody? Anybody else? Sound like somebody had a question for me? I can feel like somebody's burning to ask me a question. But it's a pretty good load. 651 miles, $1,698. $2.61 per mile. So that looks pretty good. Fort Lauderdale, and this right here is a ongoing load. Now I want y'all to. This is what I mean by a. All right, you see this right here? I don't know if y'all can see this, but this Fort Lauderdale to Atlanta, Georgia. Notice that they're all the same miles, the same rate. That is what I call a sub-dedicated freight. In other words, it's not contracted, but it looks like this load leaves every day. Loads run out of here every day. The same flatbed load runs out of here every day, all the time. It's only 49. I don't know why it only says 49 pounds. I'll have to call on that, but it says only 49 pounds, and it's paying $1,698. And like the load leaves there every day. There's several loads that leave from that location every day. I would be willing to bet you that is a sub-dedicated freight, which means there's no contract for it. But if you show up, they'll load you and send you the same route every day. You got a bunch of those that leave out of there was a route that I used to run back when I was an owner operator. I'm here in Florida, and once I got on this route, I never left Florida. I just stayed in Florida. Why? Because I would pick up a load in. I live in Tallahassee, so I would deadhead to Live Oak, which is only about 30 miles. I go to Live Oak, pick up a load there that went to Alachua. It was a bottled water run. Picked up a load of bottled water, take it to Alachua. That's only about 70 miles, right? It was paying $650. 70-mile run, $650. You got there every morning, and those loads left there all day, every day, Monday through Friday, leaving out of Live Oak, going to Alachua. You just bottle truck runs. So if you got there and your truck was clean, your trailer was clean, they would load you. Okay, you didn't have to have a contract or anything. You just show up there with your truck, clean truck and everything, and all your credentials, and then they would load you. Right? You run that load down to Alachua. When you get to Alachua, you drop your load. Only 70 miles. Later on that day, they had a load leaving out of Alachua. I would go shut down, like chill for a while, then go pick up my load. They had loads that were leaving out of Alachua late afternoon, up until the wee hours of the morning at 4, 5, 6 a.m. and 6 in the morning. I would pick up a load, leave Alachua, going to Tallahassee, which was a Coca-Cola run. That was Tallahassee to Alachua was about 100 it's not even that far. It's about 102 miles, 103 miles, something like that. It's not that far. 103, 102 miles, and that was paying another 675, 680, 675, I think. So that was a pretty good run. And then I dropped the load in Tallahassee. Then guess what? I did head to Live Oak, pick up a load, and just run it back to. It was just that circle. That's all I was running. That's all I was running. Basically 2 loads in a 24-hour period, right? 2 loads a day, $650 and $675. Okay, that's over $1,200 a day, people. That's what you call a sub-dedicated run. Okay, And you can piece together runs like that for your carriers, and you keep your carriers very happy. Okay? All right. But all in all, this looks like a pretty good load board. It looks like a pretty good load board. It looks like a pretty good load board. It shows you all the things you need to see. Money, which is the biggest thing. Okay, and you can kind of look through here, and you can put you can punch in the highest paying freight. You click up here and get the highest paying ones first. There it is. Look at that. Fort Lauderdale, Florida, going up to Newborough, Massachusetts, 1,454 miles, $3,030, $2.08 per mile. That's decent. Miami, Florida to Texas, so 1,554 miles, 2,723 miles, $1.75 a mile. And that's not so decent, but it gets you out of Miami. Okay, if you're trying to get out of Miami back to Texas, if you want out, you might have to take a load like that just to get out. Okay, you might have to take a load like that just to get out. So let's go back up to the highest paying ones first. Per mile, that's the highest paying per mile. If you go to the highest one for what the actual pay is, that's what it is. But that high pay doesn't actually always equal to great cents per mile. As you can see here, you know, $2,709, $2,709 is only $1.87 per mile because it's 1,450 miles. Okay, you have to remember that. Cents per mile is probably what you want to be looking at the most, and you will click on it, and it will give you the highest paying ones first. And this is what you're going to use to entice carriers to sign on with you sometime. Or when you're looking for the highest paying freight leaving out of a certain area for a carrier, you got a carrier that's leaving out of that needs to leave out of Miami or Fort Lauderdale. There it is, right there. There it is, right there. You've got several loads leaving out. Some going to Georgia, some going to Ohio, some going to Minnesota, some going to Virginia, some going to Massachusetts, Alabama. You know, still paying $2. They're all paying over $2 per mile. Then you get to the ones that's down in the $1.95, $1.78, and things like that. All right. So all in all, it looks like a pretty good load board. Any questions about this load board? Any questions about this load board? It doesn't look like they don't have a carrier locator thing on here where you can. This is basically just lanes. This is basically just lanes and rates and finding loads. They have a thing for carrier packet, but I don't think it has anything to do with you all right now. This is just lanes and loads. That's what this is for. So if you're looking to find carriers, this is not the one. This is not the site for you. But if you're looking to find loads for your carriers or find good paying lanes, this is the site. Okay, and we have it. You can access it from our back office, courtesy of Mr. Ken Moore. All right. Any other questions on this new load board? Does anybody have questions about this new load board? All right, we're gonna move on. Thank you, Mr. Moore, for this new load board. I like it. It is looks very useful. Okay, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I really do. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's get out of this. All right. Also, we had some. Oh yeah, we did update all of you all's toll-free numbers. If you sent your information in for your back office access, and if you send it in for your to get your toll-free numbers, your extensions, and your dedicated email address and e-fax line, we took care of all those on Friday. We'll be updating the Independent Dispatchers Directory. We'll be updating that today. So all of you who were new and got added on, you will be added to our Who Are We in the Dispatchers Directory. You'll be added to that before Monday. So it'll be completely upgraded and updated. We are going to be adding our own private chat group, okay, onto our back office site. So here in the near future, we're going to I don't know if we're still going to run the Facebook chat group in conjunction with it, but there will be no need to. Once we set up our own chat group in our own on our own website, which would be a secure location for only members. So don't worry about other people getting access to it. It's only going to be accessible to members. So if you are a member, all you got to do is log in. You can go right onto the chat. You won't have to wait to be added. Once you become a member, all you got to do is go to the back office area, log into the chat group, and you can get onto the chat group page. And it will be a chat group that will be right here on the back office site. So we're going to be adding that here within the next week or so. So kind of look for that, and we're going to probably discontinue the one on Facebook. Okay, we're trying to get everything to where we can integrate everything that we do into one location, not Facebook, YouTube, and our website. We want to have just our website and integrate everything into our website, all of our operational aspects. So that is coming soon. Okay. All right. Any questions? Any questions about platform, about problems you've had with carriers, about problems getting set up, about getting into the back office, about getting your toll-free numbers, about anything? Now is the time. We are going into our Q&A.
Mr. Calvin?
Yes, ma'am.
I just typed in something in reference to me still awaiting my information.
Okay, I became a site member 1013. I'm still waiting on my extension. Okay, what did you send it to?
I sent it because I've already gotten an email back telling me, welcome to the site. I can get into the back office site, but
Yeah,
I still haven't gotten the toll-free number or the extension.
Okay, my question was to you is, where did you send your request form to?
Well, I can't remember where I sent it. I assumed I sent it to the right place because I got half of the stuff back.
I understand that. I understand that. The reason I'm asking you is this, because when you send your profile sheet, is not when you go to get into your back office site. It's different. Can someone else tell? Because I don't want you to hear me.
Yeah.
All right. Can someone else tell me where should she be sending her request for her back office, not the back office, for her profile set up? Can someone tell me? And I don't want her to hear from me. I want you to hear from someone else, not to know that I'm just making this up. Okay.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm not questioning whether you're making it up. I'm just confused as to, because I followed the instructions after I took the test, okay, which told me to set up my email and for the profile request, but I don't see anywhere on the instructions where it listed that I had a particular profile sheet and then a different email to send that to.
Let's go to it. Okay, let's find it. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you. This is what you receive when you finish your. Matter of fact, let's go to our YouTube channel. Let's go to our YouTube channel. Orientation, RBBS, orientation. All right. This is the channel you all. This is what you all go to when you Okay. All right. This is your orientation page. All right. This is the orientation channel. This is the channel that you are directed to when you finish taking your test. Okay. It directs you to our orientation channel.
Yes, sir.
When you come to the orientation channel, you have to enroll. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not enroll. No, you have to subscribe, and you have to watch this one video.
Mm-hmm.
When you watch this one video, underneath this video, it tells you to what? It tells you to follow the instructions that are underneath the video. Instruction number 1 gives you a link and tells you how to connect with your back office and set up your login for your back office. It says right here, note, you must use the enrollment email address as your username to gain approval to access the back office. The second set of instructions, it tells you how to get onto Facebook, right, and upload your profile request. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. It tells you how to that one tells you how to get connected with our chat group. Okay. The last set of instructions. Third, proceed to this Facebook post for instructions on how to request your profile info, e-fax, and toll-free extensions and dedicated email address. Click that right there, and what does it take you to? It takes you right back here to our Facebook. You see that profile form? There it is. That's your profile form.
Okay, because those lengthy instructions wasn't listed on the receipt that I got when I paid to set up. So that's the reason why I called you, because I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's not going to be on your receipt. It's going to be on your instructions when you finish taking your test. Because everyone is required to take the basic knowledge quiz. And that's why I inform everybody, when you finish taking your quiz, don't just click off of it when you finish taking your quiz. Read the instructions before you just click off of it and leave that section. Because when you click off, because when you finish taking your quiz, there's a set of instructions there.
Right, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you, Mr. Calvin, is that I did that, but it didn't give that second and third instructions. It just stopped at signing in to get your profile, and that's where I stopped, because it didn't have that on there.
On YouTube?
On the orientation one that I pulled up, it does, all the orientation videos does not have 1, 2, and 3 listed on there.
Yeah,
first, second, and third instructions.
Yeah, there's only one orientation video. We only have one orientation. We have one orientation channel. And that channel has one video. And this is the video that was posted back in July 16, 2018. So it's been the same since July 16. Nothing has changed. All three of these instructions have always been here. Now what probably happened was you didn't click the show more button. And you just saw just the first one. So see, if you don't click the show more button, and this is why we always tell everyone, do not watch this on your phone. Because on your phone, the mobile app of YouTube won't show you the instruction button, and we always tell them in the instruction information when you finish your test, it tells you click on it to reveal 3 sets of instructions. Okay, yeah. If you look at it like this right here, you're only gonna see just that. I don't know if y'all can see me. If y'all can see this, but you see right there where it says show more. You have to click that show more button on YouTube. When you click that when you click that show more button, look what happens. It reveals all of the instructions. Okay. Okay?
Thank you.
That's probably what happened. So if you would go ahead and shoot that over this, if you go to shoot this over right here, and to get a better look at this, when you click on this, click off of it, look what happens. It gives you the form. Okay? It gives you the form. There's the form right there. And it tells you to, when sending over to dispatch at RBBStransport.com. Matter of fact, let's go over this while we're at it. It says, congratulations and welcome to the RBBS National Dispatchers Network. Starting today, all emails will be sent to this email address, dispatch at RBBStransport.com. Please provide the following info to set up or update your new profile, full name or company name, phone number you want your toll-free calls forwarded to, email you want your faxes sent to, city and state you operate out of, and website address if you have one. Company website, if so, if you have one, goes here. After receiving your toll-free extensions and setup, make sure that every email you send us is in the following format. Make sure you add in the body of the email your agent extension. Example, when sending over into dispatch at RBBStransport.com, this is the format to use. Agent info, name, we use Tony Davis here. Phone number, we use his our toll-free number with his extension. Carrier's info, John Dixon, we use that as an example. Phone number, his MC number, DOT number, truck number, trailer number. You don't have to send all of that, but make sure we have the carrier's phone number, carrier's name, and the MC number or DOT number, and the email address. And when we say phone number, we mean a cell phone number. Okay. Load info, where the load picked up at, where the load dropped off at, how many miles it was, what was it paying, Okay, if it was one load or two load. Okay, broker info included broker's information, broker's name, phone number, email address. Please adjust your format to match that of the one above so we can process your submissions effectively and efficiently. Please, please, please make sure your email looks like this one. Notice the spacing and separation between the carrier, broker, you, and the load info. All processing is conducted by interns and they do not know you. So it is essential that you format every email this way. Whatever you email us about whatever you email us about must include the names and contact information of everyone involved in that transaction. Okay, that's from our processing center. All right, that's the format you're going to use when you're sending over your loads to be paid on for us to invoice your carrier. Okay, yeah, that has to this format has to be in the body of your email. This is what you send us to get your back office, to get your toll-free numbers, your eFax line, and your dedicated domain email address that we provide for you. When you send these to us, they will be processed and they will be sent back to you on Fridays. They'll be sent back to you on Fridays, and they will look like this. Outlook. Let's go to it, show you what they look like. Sign in. Payroll processing. Sign in payroll processing. Email sent. Like here's one right here. Sean Brown, to his profile, his setup. This is what we send back. When you all send them in, we send these back to you all. Invoice processing. Okay, he was asking me about something else. All right. Profile sheet. There we go. All right. This is what you all send us. This is how it looks when you send it to us. There's Mr. James Nelson when he sent us in, and then that's what we sent back to him. Your phone numbers. There it is right there. There's 2 toll-free numbers, his fax line, his extension, right, where it's going to be forwarded to, announced 24/7, his email address, right, where it's going to be forwarded to, that he gave us. Same thing with everyone that sent stuff in. This is what we sent back to them, okay? And we responded back to everyone this week who sent in this stuff, and there it is right there. How we get it all back to everyone that sends their stuff in. Okay, but they were all processed for everyone who sent theirs in. All right. So, but that's how you do that. And I apologize if it was a little bit confusing, but that's what we mean by some of the stuff you all have got to kind of like how to navigate YouTube. You all might want to, kind of refresh, your navigation skills on YouTube, because YouTube can be kind of hard to navigate sometimes, especially if you're using a phone. Because if you're on a phone, it looks nothing like that, because their mobile app is completely different. The mobile app won't show you the tab at all. It just has an arrow button up and down. Doesn't even tell you what it is. So you just have to know to click that arrow button to reveal the information underneath the video. And if you don't know that, you're going to miss it. Okay, so but yeah, anytime you're on YouTube, you got to click that show more button. That show more button is how you reveal the information about that video, and then there's any type of links or any type of instructions. That's where it's going to be at on YouTube. Okay, all right. Any other questions? Come on, we got plenty of time. We got over an hour left, so let's get some questions in. I know y'all got questions. I had phone calls from interns and stuff calling me all week. Say, hey, a lot of people trying to ask you questions, and now we get here on Saturday and nobody got any questions. What's up with that? Okay. So let's get some of these questions in. This is your time to consult with me or talk with me or ask me questions. Anything that's been burning, during the week, and I know you all got questions. Well, let's do this then. Let's go through and let's look at Messenger and see some of the questions you all have been sending me. Let's see if we can answer some of those then. All right, let's go through here.
Mr. Calvin, I got a question. I'm sorry, I had challenges in unmuting.
That's okay. And who is this?
It's Lanier again, Lanier Thomas again.
Okay.
My husband is a truck driver as well, owner-operator. And he's talking about getting his own authority. And his question to me is basically, would it be unethical if once he gets his own authority, would I be in a position to be able to select and find loads for him?
Of course. How is that unethical?
Okay.
that's smart business. I mean, come on.
Okay.
I mean, that's not unethical at all. I mean, I'm getting ready to add some more trucks to our. I'm getting ready to go back out and not drive, but get our own carrier authority, so we can add our own trucking division. Okay, so that we actually have carriers that would be putting loads under our authority, and guess who's going to be finding them loads?
Okay, because he has several trucks, and that's the reason why he was asking, and we were trying to figure out whether or not that would be permissible.
Yeah, that's keeping all the money in-house.
In the family.
By all means. Yeah, great question, by the way. But, yeah, that goes to show this industry has, look, this industry is the best kept secret in America. I tell you all that every single time. It is literally the best kept secret in America. Now, I'm not talking about just booking freight. I'm talking about the industry as a whole. Because from this, there are so many things that you can get into that can earn you a ton of money. If you don't believe me, ask Charles Monday, ask Mr. Richard Stevenson, or some of the other people that we had that have gone on to do other things outside of booking freight. Charles Monday came in. He was a truck driver. He came in, started booking freight with our platform. Then he developed his own platform to where he does some consulting. And right now, he's trying to get his website up to par to where we can merge his platform with our platform, because his platform gears more towards interactive consulting, where you can actually call him up and consult with him on an on-the-spot basis, where he does a fee or a monthly fee or whatever he charges. I'm not sure how he's going to do it, but his platform is basically going to be taking up some of the slack from our platform. Our platform provides you tools, resources, and access, support group, things like that. His platform is going to be the thing that kind of connects the dots. Like, I don't have time to actually consult with each and every one of you all during the week. I can't consult with 1,100 students. I just can't do it. We are 1,198 dispatch firms strong. That's a lot of students worldwide. I can't consult with y'all all day, every day. Okay? And answer the ton of phone calls that comes in to us asking us about our platform. Okay? Now, our investor groups wants me to spend my time cultivating new business. Okay? But at the same time, we have to find a way to provide you all with some ongoing support. That's what our chat group is for. It's there for you all to help each other during the week. That's why on Saturdays we have these sessions here where you all have 3 hours with me every Saturday. Okay, this is your time to consult with me personally every Saturday, 3 hours. I just don't have the time to consult with you all during the week like I used to when I first started this. So when I first started this, I only had 100, 200, 300 students. Now we've got over 1,100 students and growing. There's no way for me to do that and answer the ton of phone calls, 50, 60 to 100 calls every day that comes in asking about our platform. I have to go over what we offer, who we are, what we do, how it's going to benefit you, okay, how it's going to benefit them, okay, and on top of that, upgrade the websites and work on our load board that we have that's going to be coming out before the first of the year. It's just humanly, it's an impossibility. It can't be done. Now, Mr. Monday and his platform, matter of fact, let's take a quick look at Mr. Monday's let's take a quick look at Mr. Mundy's page here. Let's take a quick look at his platform here real quick. How did that, what in the world just happened? Okay. Everybody still with me? I don't know what happened, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. All right. All right. Everybody still with me? I hope so. All right. Let's take a look at Mr. Mundy's platform here. Okay. He is in our back office area. We have him in there. And let's go here. Special tools and resources. Go back over here. All right. Let's take a look at his platform. Where is she at? There he is. Exodus Logistics. All right. This is Charles Mundy's platform. I think this is his page. I'm going to try to pull up his page here. All right. This is Charles Mundy's. This is his page. Very great looking site, by the way. I love it. It's our site and his site kind of have the same type of format because we want people to see the coexistence or the merging of the two platforms. Okay, his platform is like a support platform for our larger platform. Here he is going to be having a consulting page. Okay, he's going to actually be doing consulting. When, as you all can see here, he's going to be able to consult with you all for 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or whatever it may be, and there will be a charge for whatever that would be. I don't know what that is. You have to get with him on that. It looks like here it says 60-minute consulting session is $60. A 30-minute consulting session is going to be $30. Okay, because that's what he's going to be doing. Because he has time to actually sit down and consult with you all. So if you all are in dire need of one-on-one consulting, you just got to have that one-on-one time with someone. And you can still try and call me up, and if you can catch me on the phone, I will pick it up and I will try and consult with you. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't answer a whole lot of calls if they're not recruiting calls, okay, during the week. I just don't, because I can't afford to. Okay, we just don't have the time. But his platform will be able to fill that void or take up that slack to provide you with that one-on-one type of consulting you need if that's what you need. Okay, a lot of this stuff you can ask questions in the back office. I would say 85% of the things you all are asking, it can be answered in the chat group. It really can. There are people in our platform who know as much about this business as I do. They really do. When it comes to how to respond to things or where to find stuff or anything like that. That's what the chat group is for. It is there for you all to support each other. That is your area, that is your consultation area during the week. On Saturdays, this is your consultation time with me. That's why we're here every Saturday for about 3 hours. Okay? All right. Hopefully I was able to help you all out or answer that question and to bring some clarity to that. And Mr. Mundy, y'all can get with Mr. Mundy, and he will tell you all about his consulting platform and how it can benefit you in connection with our platform that we have existing now. And we are going to be merging the two. Once we get it merged up, there will be a one fee that someone can pay to gain access to both platforms. Individually, I think the platform right now, we were thinking about his platform. If you wanted access to his platform, you would pay an enrollment fee. I think the same fee that we have, which is $249.95 right now. I'm sorry, $349.95. And then, so each platform separately would be that enrollment fee. But if you wanted to get them combined, if you're a new student or if you're someone who was just coming in, I think it's going to be like $499.95 or something like that. So you can get both platforms for under $500 combined, and they only give you access to both platforms. Okay, Camilla says, how do I adjust volume? I can't hear anything. Camilla, I don't know. Well, I take that back. There should be a volume button on your computer. Check your mic or your volume button on your computer. Is everyone else having problems hearing me? Is anyone else having problems hearing me?
I hear you clearly.
All right, so Camilla, Camille, that's got to be something with your system. So check your volume button there, okay, on your mic, or check your headset or your mic button. It's got to be on your end. It's not on our end. All right. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions? Charles, I'm liking your site, by the way. I don't know if you was able to clear up your mic situation, but I'm liking this site, man. It looks really, really good. It looks really clean. Things are going to be a great success. But that goes back to what I was telling you all. This industry has areas that you all can move into, and that's why I love this industry. Like I said, it is the best kept secret on the planet. I mean, I don't know of any other industry that you can come into and start on the ground level and make 6 figures a year if you apply it right, and if you work the system the way it should be worked, and if you do things the way it needs to be done. We certainly provide you all with all the tools and the resources and everything you all need to make this happen. Let me go over this real quick. We have somewhat of a mobile app version for our site here. As you can see here, our mobile app looks like this. I can show it to you better on here than I can on my. This is it right here. This is pretty much our mobile app. If you can see it on Facebook, or if you just pick up your mobile phone and you put it in mydispatcher.org. You don't have to download it or anything. It's just a mobile version of the website, but it's in an app format. Okay, so it's not an app, because an app is what you download. But we are working on our mobile app that you can download. We are working on that. But this is basically our website in an app format. Okay, when you're on your phone or your tablet, you just put in the same thing you normally put in when you're searching for our site, mydispatcher.org. Okay, and your phone is going to be converted to this mobile app look, as you all can see here. Very nice, mobile app look. You got the Rolodex type style. Everything, it kind of rolls through, and everything is very, very, very easy to operate, very presentable. So check it out sometime. Just use your phone to log on, and you'll see how you get that information and stuff for our mobile version looking stuff. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? All right. No other questions? Okay. All right. If there's no other questions, then we're going to have to wrap this up. I'm not going to hold y'all here on a Saturday. If y'all are having another question, we're kind of going over the stuff that we needed to go over as far as operational training for today. I'm not going to hold y'all up if y'all don't have a whole lot of questions for today. We just call this a short session. Like I say,
hey, Mr. Calvin, what number video is this one going to be referred to on YouTube?
What, this one?
Yeah, what number is this one going to be?
It won't. You don't have to go to YouTube. You can just go to You can just go to our website. It's going to be on our website. Okay. Everything now. You can go here, and as you can see here, you can go here to where it says over here, video library. Click on the video library, and it'll be added to our video library. So y'all don't have to go to YouTube anymore. You
can. And what number is this one going to be?
Let's find out. Let's see. As soon as I pull it up here, this one will be number 48. Yeah. Okay. The last one we had was 47. So this will be 48. Okay. This will be number 48, the big 48. We're coming up on 50 videos. Well, we come up on a lot of videos. Y'all do know we have over 80,000 views on YouTube, right? For our YouTube channel. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but our YouTube channel has gotten quite popular. Let's see here. We got over 1,755 subscribers. Let's check out our everyone, I apologize. As I told y'all before, power around here is kind of iffy at best sometimes. I guess they're still having problems with our power. So we kind of went offline there for a second. I mean, everything just kind of just bloop, shut out. But then everything came back on. So I do apologize. Did not mean to lose everyone like that. I'm going to go ahead and share our screen again. Make sure everyone can still see what we hear. All right. Can y'all hear me now? Are you all back on with me? Okay, baby. Me too. Is everyone back on with us? All right, great. I do apologize. I don't know what happened. Like I say, the power here is still gives y'all kind of an insight what we're going through here after the hurricane. The city is still trying to get things back up and running the way it needs to be. So I guess Comcast was having some intermittent problems, and so everything just kind of just shut down, and everything just popped back on. But we're able to get that back on. I'm not going to keep you all too long. I know most of you all left because you all thought we had ended our broadcast, but actually we had not. But I do apologize for that. But all right, love. I'll see you later. Hopefully we have all this stuff back up and running here next week. Everything will be back to normal, and Comcast and the city of Tallahassee making utilities and that they did in getting us back up and running and getting our power back restored. And we do realize that it's going to take some time before everything gets back to working the way it should be. But anyway, I think we covered just about everything we need to cover. Is there any questions from anybody that needs anything right now? Is there anything else that someone has a question about that we didn't go over? And the reason why I'm asking this is because I know a lot of you have reached out to us and tried to get in contact with us over doing some things here. Oh, there's one thing I did want to go over. One thing I did want to go over, and this is for a member who reached out to us earlier this week. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up for you, and we're going to go over it. We're going to go over it. Let me pull it up so I can show y'all what the question was. And it was from Mr. KG Black. That's who it was from. It was from Mr. KG Black. Okay, Mr. KG Black had asked me a question this week, and I was unable to get back to him, but our interns responded to him, but I don't think he got the answer he wanted. I think his question was, what was it at here? Okay, pleasant day to you and yours, Mr. Butler. So I have a question for you, sir. I often hear you say we can work the system by booking freight on Saturday and Sunday if we don't have time during the week. How is that possible when most of the brokers and dispatchers are closed over the weekend? Please explain how to make this work. Great question, by the way. I just did not have time to respond to him during the week, but I did receive his message, and I'm going to cover that right now. All right. As you all know, I book freight on sometimes late Friday, but mostly Saturday, Sunday, and Monday is when I book freight. Okay. I may find some loads on a Friday afternoon and go ahead and pre-book stuff for coming up on Monday. Why? Because brokers and dispatchers are there on Friday. So Friday at about 3 o'clock, I'll start booking freight for my carriers for the next week. Most of this stuff I get done on a Friday. But there are times when I can go on Saturdays and find the loads, okay? Because you can find loads on Saturday, okay? They're leaving out on Monday. Now, you may not be able to contact the carrier, you may not be able to contact the broker until Monday morning, but you can send them an email. You can send them a message and let them know that you're going to be contacting them early Monday morning. You're going to send them a message, give them the carrier's MC number or DOT number, what the load number is, and go ahead and have that sent over to them. So when they get up, if you're sending this to them on Saturdays, right, chances are no one else is sending them stuff, but you are. So when they get up early Monday morning and they look at the load, look at their email, they'll see nothing excites a broker more than pulling up his email on Monday morning, or getting an email Sunday night, or whatever the case may be, or Monday morning, and seeing that he has carriers that's ready to run loads that he's posted the week before. Ready to grab loads for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Nothing excites a broker more than that. So yes, you can go ahead and pre-book your loads. But what you have to do is you have to be smart about it. Okay, I started doing it on Friday afternoons, Friday evenings, Friday after 3 o'clock from 3 to 5. I'll start booking my carriers for the next week out. Okay, on Saturdays, if I haven't found them all the loads, I'll look for some loads on Saturday. Now, I didn't say that I actually get to contact brokers on Saturday. I said I look for loads on Saturday that are leaving out Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever case may be. Monday, I find a load going out, find a load coming back. Okay? On Tuesday. Wednesday, I give them a day off. Thursday, I find a load going out, find a load coming back on Friday. What's that? That's 4 loads a week for that carrier. I've got this week already booked out. Now, what I do is, I start on Fridays. I try to book as many of those as I can on Fridays for the whole week. Those that don't get to on Friday, I look for the loads again on Saturday, sometimes on Sunday. If I'm just chilling early in the morning when I get up, so I look for loads, right? I go ahead and send emails to the brokers. On Monday, I have a list of the emails or the brokers that I sent the emails to early Monday morning, 6 a.m. I get up and I start calling those brokers. I start calling brokers early Monday morning to confirm those loads. That's how I do it. Okay? Kind of show you all kind of an example of this. If you're looking at some of the load boards, let's look at one of the load boards here. Let's look at freight terminal. Let's try this one. Let's try direct freight. Let's look at direct freight. Okay, if I'm looking for loads on Saturday, like right now, find loads. Well, let's go to the load map. Okay, I like using the load map. Let's say I'm looking for loads that's leaving out of Texas. Okay, I'm pulling up the load map and looking for loads that's leaving out of Texas. All right. Ship date. What's today's date? Today is the 20th. So we're looking for loads that's going to be leaving on what, Monday, which is going to be what, the 23rd? Yeah, I think. Looking for loads that are going to be leaving out on the 23rd. So, but here's some loads that are leaving on the 21st and the 22nd. But we're going to be looking for loads leaving on the 23rd. Here we go. All right. So let's look for some loads that's leaving out on the 23rd. Ship date, let's say on Monday. Ship date. No, Monday is the 22nd. My bad. So ship date on Monday. All right. So we search for loads leaving out on Monday. Okay, here we go. Here are all the loads that's leaving out on Monday. Look for the ones with the highest paying freight. There we go. Look for the ones with the highest paying freight. Now, what I start doing is I start contacting the broker on these loads. Okay, I go ahead and call them up on Fridays, and book as many of them as I can. The ones I look for on Saturday, like today is Saturday, chances are that broker is not there. But, however, as you can see here, you should be able to send that broker a message, or at least leave him a voicemail. Okay. Contact information, England Logistics, whatever on this particular load, comment, reverse search, additional matches, add private note. Add private note, blah, blah, blah. There we go right here. All right, you add a private note, I think you can send this over to the carrier. Send this over to the broker. All right, this is some of the stuff that I do. Okay, it's not rocket science, but you just have to be smart about it. You just really have to kind of think it through and be smart about it in lining up your loads for the week. Okay, because you can go ahead and send these brokers, a message, or make note of that's the load you want. So early Monday morning when you get up, you call them up and you go ahead and book those loads. All right, but you can find the loads on Saturday and Sunday. I do my bookings on Friday, late Friday evening, or Friday afternoon. Then I find them. I do more load research on Saturday and Sunday, and if I can send them a message, I'll send them a message. Which TMS system do you use? I use Ascend. Mr. German, I use the Ascend TMS. Is what I use. Okay. That's what I use is the Ascend TMS system. I like the Ascend TMS system because for our loads and stuff, for our dispatch firm, for my dispatch firm, that's what I use. Let me check my password. What is my password? Now, I don't log into this a lot. Interns do, but I don't. I'm trying to remember my password. Give me a second. I think that might be it. That might not be it. Nope, that's not it. Let's try this one. That's it. Okay. I'm not that old yet. All right. But yeah, this is what I use. I use this TMS system. As you can see here, view carriers. Here are all my many carriers. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of carriers that we book freight for, but those are our many carriers. But yeah, I use the Ascend TMS. I like it. It's pretty good. I think it's like $49.99 a month. It's for the platinum plan or whatever it is. It's a pretty good system. As you can see here, we have a lot of carriers that we have that we book freight for. So yeah. We have assets, view carriers. We can add carriers, bulk import, locations, rates, reporting. You can do reporting. You can do dock management. You can do load reports. Put in here search load reports for Alabama or whatever the case may be. Different load reports and stuff. Georgia. Some loads that we've done leaving out of Georgia, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I like the Ascend, and that's what I use. Okay, I use the Ascend TMS. Ascend TMS. Okay, so check it out. It's pretty good. All right. Any other questions, real quick, before we continue on? But hopefully that was the answer to Mr. KG Black's question about how I book freight over the weekends for my carriers. Even though the brokers and the they're not available all the time on Saturday. So that's how I do it. Late Friday afternoon from like 3 o'clock until 5, I'll book my carriers then, and then on Saturdays and Sundays I'll look for some more loads, and then I'll make note of those loads, ones that I have, the brokers that I can send an email to or a message to through the load board. I go ahead and send them a message with the carrier's DOT number or MC number, let them know that they want that load and everything, and then I make a note of that, and early Monday morning I call them back and I finish booking those loads for the rest of the week on Monday. That's how I do it. I don't book freight on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday up until 3 o'clock. Okay? 3 o'clock Friday is when I start booking loads for my carriers for the following week. And I do that through Friday through Monday morning. And then I'm done booking freight for the rest of the week. Okay? I'm done after that. All right? So that's how you do it. All right? If there's no other questions, I know we still got some people in here, but Mr. Nelson, pretty much everyone else is kind of logged off because when we had that power outage. Our power went out for a brief, like 3 or 4 minutes, and then it came back on. I do apologize. Like I said, we are in Tallahassee, and they are still doing some stuff with the power here, and so you have to please forgive us, but we're trying to go ahead and push through and bring you all our live broadcast, our live operational training, even though what we've gone through here in the past week, last week, we're trying to get everything back up to normal. So please bear with us and forgive us for that delay or that break in our training for today. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and do our little service announcement, and we're going to go ahead and bring this to a close for this week, and then hopefully we can get back up and going next week. We got a lot of new stuff that we're going to be bringing on board to you all. Our chat group, which is going to be, we're going to be moving that directly to our back office site, so you won't have to go to Facebook to engage us on the chat group. For those of you who are new, for those of you who are here and you haven't joined our platform yet, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center is a tools and resource platform. There are a lot of freight broker training courses online. They're everywhere. Let me let y'all know that right now. They are everywhere. Everybody has a freight broker training course, and as you all can see, they run a lot of money. Okay, matter of fact, I'm gonna show you all some of those freight broker training courses right now. Let's go to Google. Let's Google some freight broker training. Freight broker training. Okay. Freight broker training. All right. Give me an idea what some of these courses run you here. Here's one right here, freight broker trainer. Let's pull it up and see what they're running you, and I'm gonna show you all. We're gonna do a comparison right here, just right off rip. All right. This guy says that he's the most successful freight broker trainer on program, and he might be. Okay, he might be. He may have a lot of people that sign up for him, but I know people who have taken this course and they still don't know how to book freight. Okay, I'm not saying that his course is worthless. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that his course is different from ours. But I don't mind comparing training programs. His special offer is one-time special offer $699.95. November 5th, 2018 classes only. Register me now. That's his courses. Okay, building a shipper customer base, trailers and trucking equipment types, trucking, that type of thing. All right, this is a course, and like all courses end. Okay, you take this course. When you're done, you're done. I don't see anything on here about ongoing support. Okay. I don't see anything about giving you tools and resources. He has freight dispatcher training. Let's see what his freight dispatcher training consists of. Next class start, he has classes. Here again, see, this is a problem with a lot of these programs. There are classes. Okay, I'm not saying classes are bad, that they're not useful, but classes end, and when they're done, you have to ask yourself, what will I have after that class? This is the basic primary difference between what we offer and what others are offering. They're offering classes. They're offering, courses, and those courses are either 1 week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, or whatever it may be. But when they end, you get your certificate, your receipt, handshake, and say, "I hope you go make some money." We offer tools and resources, okay, and ongoing training and support, and we pay for your eFax line, your toll-free numbers, your dedicated domain email address. We give you access to federal zip code site where you can locate and find every shipper out there, all 19 million plus of them. We have ongoing training videos. We have back office support. We have a network of more than 1,100 dispatch firms strong that you can go to, and you all can ask each other questions on our private chat group. You all can network with each other. You can help each other find loads. You can help each other find carriers. You can answer questions from each other about the industry. You have a support group. That's the difference. That is the difference. And the biggest difference is we're only $349.95 on your enrollment fee, and then you can collect 100% of your dispatch fee if you let to pay a $19.95 subscription. That's it. That's it. We offer more, we charge less. You get more out of what we bring to the table. We are ongoing and never ending. You don't have to worry about our course running its course and then we say, okay, good luck to you. That's not what we do. We're here to support you from now until you decide you no longer need us. That's the primary difference. That is the primary difference. All the other courses, they are in class. I don't care which one I click on. I can click on a whole bunch of them, and they're all the same thing. They're class. Okay, they're class. I want you to order some type of video or whatever it is. Here it is. Order some type of book, $199, whatever, $62.99 or whatever it be. But when you're done, that's it. You're done. Okay. I can pull up. I can just click on any one of them. I don't have a problem with clicking on them and showing you what they offer versus what we offer. Okay, because no one else offers no one else has what we have. No one else can even duplicate what we have. I mean, they're not even close to what we have. Here's one here. See here, courses, more courses. Okay. Arts and design, freight broker courses. These are courses that they charge you for. Okay. See here, business. They have a freight brokering, hospitality, communication business, how it works. It's Ed to Go, okay? It's just another course, okay? Here's another popular freight broker boot camp, very, very popular one. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, 6 months full access, little programs or whatever he's got there. But here again, this is just a course. It's just a course. It's not a platform. And here it is again. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. But if you want to become a part of our network, if you want to become a part of our platform, if you want to become a part of our platform, all you've got to do to become a part of our platform is enroll. And I'll show you just how do you enroll. You enroll by going to any one of our YouTube pages, or you can go to our Facebook page, or you can go to our website. One of the websites that we have is the RBBS LLC.org, and our YouTube page. Go to any one of our YouTube channels. When you go to our YouTube channels, you'll see a link that's underneath our page. It's going to look something like this. There'll be a link here, and you click on it, and it'll take you right over to our enrollment center. Okay, and this is how you enroll. This is how you get started with us. A lot of people always ask me, one of the biggest things that they ask me is, how much money can I make? You can make as much money as you want to make. Literally, you can. Okay, and just to give you some examples of that, like I said, I post my earnings every month, and I only book freight. Me personally, I only book freight for 3 carriers each week. That's it, and I book them 8 to 12 loads each per week. I only book 8 to 12 loads, per week. That's it. I book each carrier 3 to 4 loads. That's it. Each carrier I book 3 to 4 loads. 3 carriers, 4 loads for the week, that's 12 loads. That's it. As you can see reflected here. Okay. 43 loads. Then I booked for the month of September, $9,000. 32 loads that I booked for the month of August, $7,400. 40 loads that I booked for the month of July, $10,155. That's take home. Okay. For the June, I booked 32 loads. That's $7,849. That was about 8 loads per week right there. That's what that came out to be. Okay. In May, 37 loads. That was probably about 10 loads. About 10 loads per week. $9,500. April, right at about 12 loads per week, 51 loads for the month, $13,852. So when you all ask me about is there money to be made in booking freight from home, there's your answer. Now, as you all know, Charles Mundy, he books a whole bunch of more freight than I do. He was a student just like everybody else. He came in, started out, as he came in as a trucker, from his truck driving job, did this business, caught on to it, took him about 30 days. But that's only because he was trying to do it his own way. But when he started doing it our way, all of a sudden now Charles books anywhere from 7 loads per day, 5, 6, 7 loads a day, up to sometimes 12, 13 loads per day. He averages somewhere between 20 and 30 loads per week. That's a lot of loads. That's a lot of loads. And as you can see here, that's good money. So that's all I can tell you. But that's what we offer. We are not your run-of-the-mill training platform. We offer more. Our training sessions are not like everyone else's training sessions. We are off the cuff. We are real. We are right in your face type of training. But we give you the things that you need to know, and we provide you the things you need to take care of to make money in this industry. And that's all we're concerned with. We want you to make money. Okay? So, but anyway, until next week, we want to thank you all for joining us. I appreciate you all's time. We are getting ready to get out of here. We had some problems with our systems, and I can see from my power gauge monitor here, power is kind of going in and out. And I think they're working on the lines or something to try and get the lines back stabilized. So we're going to go ahead and in our broadcast for this week, and hopefully next week they have everything worked out with the power system, grid system here in Tallahassee, and we'll be able to bring y'all a more stable feed. But again, I appreciate each and everybody. Thank you all for tuning in to us. Until next time, next Saturday at 10:15 a.m. We'll be right back here, same bat channel, same bat time. Thank you all again. This has been Calvin with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, Earn While You Learn, freight broker training and consulting and dispatch training platform. Thanks again. Y'all have a great day. Bye.